And please use the correct background.
Yes, sir. Today's background is a wonderful balanced background. So we are going to make the balance in our life. So very good morning, one and all. Still 2 minutes to go, but we are live. And that's what life is. Every time life is live.
Sure, true.
And as per the instruction from sir, he will join us sooner or later, but we have to keep the conversation going. And this has been already started. Great. So we'll wait for a couple of more people to join it, but let me welcome and say namaste, good morning to Darshana ji, Shri Prasad Reddy Garu, Sandeep Bhai, Niti Bhai.
Morning. The show must go on.
Show must go on. That's true.
Morning.
Milan Chakraborty.
Good morning, sir. Morning,
কেমন আছেন? কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি। আপনি কেমন আছেন? আপনারা সবাই কেমন আছেন?
ভালো দাদা।
Thank you.
Great. Hasina ji, assalamu alaikum. She's also joining. Leena Kelkar, ma'am is joining.
Yeah, good morning, Kunal sir.
Good morning. Welcome. Good to see. I have become habituated, and I'm sure you all, to tune in at this time and feel the presence of this wonderful people. I personally feel a sort of joy, sort of happiness that we are doing something together great.
Yes.
So it's a time. Let's start officially, and let me welcome you all once again. And today's session number 155. Sir will join us very soon, but the conversation has started. And let me remind myself and you all that the purpose of this empowering morning conversation, as the name suggests, to empower ourselves. And to empower ourselves, as you all know, from what? Empower ourselves with all the tools, with all the power, so that we can face the negativity of the world around us in such a powerful manner that we don't get influenced by the negativity of the world, but we influence the world around us with our positivity. And thus the purpose of this empowering morning conversation. I am certainly blessed, and my heartfelt gratitude to Sukhdeepak sir. May God bless him with more health, success, for providing all the wonderful tools. Not only tools, he's giving us, which I don't find any word. He's really empowering us to challenge all the challenges whatsoever we face every moment in the world full of negativity, so that we don't only make ourselves a better version, but also we create the positivity around us, so we can make others also a better version of themselves wherever we are. So such a noble, great cause. So welcome you once again. And I can see Rama sir has also joined us. Shakti has joined us. Mohan sir, Raghu Raman, the Toastmaster, has joined us. And welcome you all once again. So let's continue the conversation from the yesterday's topic of how will you influence either yourself or others, or what will you do to influence. So I started influencing myself, and what I decided that every day after this empowering morning conversation, I will take at least 1 hour for myself to do some physical activities. So walking, jogging, and some stretch exercise, because because of some reasons, well, I am to be blamed. I have gained weight, so I have to reduce my weight. And I have influenced myself to take action, and I started from yesterday. So every day I will spend at least 1 hour walking and jogging to make myself fit, physically more active, and mentally more alert. So that's what I'm going to do. I have already started from yesterday. Great. So Rama sir is back, and Ramaji, good morning.
Good morning, Kananji.
So as per the sir's instructions, he is busy with some urgent calls, and he has given us the opportunity to do whatever we want to do. So
Hello.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
morning.
good morning, sir.
I'm not busy with any urgent calls. I just want you to handle it
Okay,
for the time being. Okay.
fine. Right, sir. So I have already started the conversation, and I welcomed all. Nice to see. We are 18. And yesterday discussion was about the influencing someone. I started with myself. I also spoke to one of my friend. It was a bit challenging to start the conversation, but I have, as you said, that broken the ice. So it will continue further. So
Thank you.
Ramaji, back to you. Over to you.
Thank you, Kunanji. Let's welcome each one of the participants to share their thinking and experience on how they influence themselves and how they influence others based on yesterday's discussions. So welcome to share your.
Yeah. So what about Ramaji? What about creating that laughter exercise to start with, so that we all get in that mode of energy and
Yes.
activeness? What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that. Yes.
So may I request Gautam Badraji today to take the charge and let this exercise of generating energy, laughter. Yes, sir.
Okay. It's my pleasure to me. And good morning to everybody. Laughing is a good thing for the heart, mental, and like that. So we will start. We'll start when we'll tell 1, 2, and 3 and start. Okay. So we prepare. First is we prepare for the energy, and then we'll start with a 1, 2, 3. Then start.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Ramaji, to you.
I think, Mr. Kunen, we laugh more at watching you laugh than otherwise we would have laughed.
That's very
So,
true.
Great going,
That's
great
very
going.
true.
Keep it up.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
And
you.
may you always laugh like this and throughout your life.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. Ramaji.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Gautamji. Thank you, Brother Kunanji. So let's share our experiences on how do we influence ourselves and others. What's your experience on that, or what's your thinking?
Can I start?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Yesterday, after listening to the talk, I realized for the first time that I was the influenced and not the influencer. So yesterday afternoon, I decided to adopt the being the influencer and not being influenced, how much ever it may hurt the other person's feelings. If I felt that that person was influencing me negatively, I would stand up to it and not take in account that person's feelings, because I would rather not hurt my feelings than anybody else's. So that was my realization yesterday, that I was being very much influenced, and I've decided to take a stand for it. whatever the cost now. I don't want to be influenced anymore. I want to be the influencer. Thank you.
So how have you have you come out with something on? Okay, this itself is an influence for you. Okay, you are influencing.
Yeah,
like
this is just
yourself.
a realization and the first step now. It's just a baby step. I don't know how far it will go, but
Right.
once the decision is made, I think I should progress. So I need all the support to help me get there. That's it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Darshanaji.
Ramaji, there was another question.
Yeah.
Want a spectacular success in life? Sir told Sukhdevakji last want a spectacular success in life. He suggested her to think whole day, but
Right.
maybe we can think now. And
Yeah.
What's the question?
Want spectacular success in life?
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead, Gautamji. What do you want to share?
Yes, of course, everybody want spectacular success, but the way to reach the success is this our morning session. It will help us, because when we are thinking positively, we are just removing the negativity. Like Darshanaji is telling, she is coming from the negativity, going for the positive, and he is making her mind strong, going step by step. So we can make a spectacular success. Success, sir told yesterday, is not the only money or anything like that, any goods. It may be the something great achievement in life, spectacular success. Ramaji, which I understand, I explain you, I share with you. So let's discuss. It's a very good question, and it's a very good work we can start. That is to get the spectacular success in life. How we can reach? You can share each individual idea, so we can get enriched from this discussion. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. So let's answer the who are you going to influence today? So we'll start with that, and then we'll come to the spectacular success. Thank you. Yes, Vetrivel, you wanted to say something? Please go on.
Sir, good morning and good morning, everyone. I would like to share with you all a quick thought, which is related with influencing. Sir has put a beautifully very profound statement. Are we influencing others, or are we allowing others to influence us? My quick thought is this influencing word is very technical, and we may take it in the lighter sense. Actually, how I see is first, foremost importance is influencing ourselves. What is it we are going to influence? From the lower energy field to higher energy field. That is the ultimate success. That is what we are all striving for. But when we take the influencing word itself, sometimes we may take it, I may take it like I have to influence somebody in order to get something done. Not that. I have to influence someone to shift his consciousness from lower energy to higher energy. So we can just easily take it as an answer or a level of achievement. What it is, if you are influencing or you are getting influenced, the ultimate result is win-win, then you are on the track. If you are influencing somebody and ultimately because of that person is losing or feeling hurt or feeling uncomfortable or something is happening, then it is not influencing. It is something else. We have to find a word from the dictionary. So the interpretation of influencing is helping person to lift his consciousness from a lower energy to higher energy in order to make him win. And then only it will be an ultimate win-win situation. This is my perception, Ramaji. Over to you. Ramaji?
Yeah, Ramaji, you can unmute yourself. I think what Vetri explained is the shift of energy level to the highest frequency level. So that's of course ultimate purpose of all of us. And that's what Sir has time to time mentioned, like every day he mentioned that that is a state when we can claim that all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. So when we start vibrating at the higher frequency level with sort of awakening or enlightenment state, then that's the real pleasure of life. And that's what is, I believe, every morning in this conversation of empowering morning conversation, we are inch by inch growing and reaching to that destination. And as Sir has always mentioned that whenever we are having experience of our life, either here in this room or whenever we go out, each and every experience provides an opportunity to improve or increase our vibration, our energy. And collectively, definitely we are doing that. So thank you so much, Vetriji. Rama sir, over to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Vetri. Very nicely explained. So who else would like to share who you are influencing today?
I want to share yesterday when I
Yeah.
discussing with my friend. Uh, uh, we start discussion with the, as usual is the present situation, all the negative. The main negative is the COVID. And as we start discussion, this much of people are got infected. Children, he is having the grandsons and granddaughter worried for their this little people, and that is a lot of bad news coming in newspaper. So this discussion started negatively, but I think that is a this platform helped me to change myself thinking like that. I told him that, see, sir, it is not in my hand or your hand. Even nobody can control that. Let's we discuss how something different like that. So we change our topic, discussion topic, and we start discussing something the good to be happen. There's on education of the children, education, how we can give them better education. This online education, how helping them. Even I'm telling you that my grandson, he on there is a digital platform is helping. They are in Sydney. They are showing that is they prepare they construct. It is a model. They have a farmhouse, and that is a online. He has to present to his school. Of course, his mother help mainly. But thing is that is a thing I will start discussion diverted to the child education, how this digital platform helping. And it is a see from distance place of Australia, Sydney. I can able to see what is he's doing. We encourage him, so he will be very happy. That is a farm and like that. So we must influence positively to our friend, relative, and family people. So think positive, not that all that negative thing is coming in the newspaper or like that. And we should influence like that. It's a small thing, not in a big way, to make motivated in the their other way, but make them happy. So ultimately, our discussion ended with a very happy note that we are not going to discuss anything about the bad thing. That is I learned from this morning environment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gautamji. So Gautamji influenced the discussion from negative to positive and child education. So Darshanaji influenced herself to be not influenced by the bad things. Kunainji influenced himself to do physical exercise, and Vetrivelji influenced himself to elevate the energy levels so that automatically others get influenced when you are in the higher energy level. So who else would like to share?
Just to add one point, Ramaji, what I learned from Gautam Badra's sir's experience and the sharing is that when he was having conversation, he was aware. He was in the awareness state. That's what's happening and what kind of thoughts coming. So his state of awareness, which Sir has always taught us, really helped him to understand what are the thoughts coming and what is the situation and how I can shift from this to the better thoughts process and the better direction. So awareness really helped, and that's what I learned from this experience of Gautamji. Thank you, Gautamji, for the sharing. Back to you, Rama sir.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out very clearly. So who else would like to share Who did you influence yesterday, or who are you going to influence today?
I can see Imtiaz sir has joined, Dr. Pongal has also joined, Dr. Malar has also joined. So Shakti is also there. Shakti ji, give us Shakti.
Yes. Hasina ji was, she is also preparing to share her experience.
Hasina ji was not doing well, so maybe she's.
Okay. Sure. We should not disturb her.
Niti ji, how was your experience? Do share some wisdom of nuggets.
I took a decision to influence myself. What I've realized is, as we are going deeper into the understanding of the awareness state and the energies, the challenges in life keep coming up to test our learning, and I felt that I need to reinforce my learnings in my own life. So that is what I am focusing on. So I am working on influencing myself positively in a major way.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Small interruption here.
Morning.
And this is for you, Niti. See, for a long time, we live like an ostrich with the head buried in the sand. You know, we have this mind has a great capacity to blank out the things that trouble us. So we kind of live with them and we don't even try to deal with them, thinking that if we ignore them, they'll go away. Okay. So now that you've decided to take charge of your life and create it, those things are coming to the fore so that you can get rid of them. Okay. It's not like they were there, not there before, they were there. But perhaps, like typically we don't want to look at those things. Yeah, so there is some sort of incompletion there or some situation. You're just putting up with it because you don't want to, what shall I say, shake up things. Things might get worse. Now, that is something which you've now started doing. So you are facing more stuff. But
yes,
I hope you realize that it's for the good.
Yes, that I realize, totally.
Great, fantastic. So please keep on influencing yourself. All
Sure.
of you.
Thank you.
Welcome. So back to you guys.
Yes. So who else would like to share? Mohan sir, would you like to share how did you influence yourself or anybody else yesterday? Who did you influence yesterday? Nightingale.
That is Suchitra. Who else?
Yeah, I know. That's why I called her.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody. Namaste. So I'm having a very tempestuous time with this, with my increasing awareness, and I neither want. So basically, I'm looking at asking questions whose answers I don't know either. And trying to not control myself and allowing myself to be controlled, nor trying to control others. So this is this is what I'm experimenting with through the day, sir.
Yeah, so Suchitra, one thing I want to say to you.
Yeah.
So you used a word to describe what's happening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a judgment. Do you notice that?
Yes, correct, sir. Yes.
So what if you don't judge it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so certain events are happening right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we just have to deal with it.
Yes, correct, sir. So there I'm also looking at my tendency to exaggerate things and verbally, and the commentary itself is a sort of a disempowerment. That's what I'm.
Now you notice this part of it is you judging yourself. I have a tendency to exaggerate, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, correct, sir. So, yeah,
What if you didn't judge, you said, okay, this is what is happening. This is what is so right now. See, life keeps arising moment by moment, right?
Correct.
So this is just another experience, and every experience is going to make me a better version of myself. Now, a word of caution to everybody. So when these kind of events happen, then we tend to label them or judge them. It takes away our attention from our intention. What when I say the word intention, I mean what you really desire or your goal or whatever it is. Okay. So when you get sucked into judging what is now arising, now you have higher awareness. Okay. So there is going to be a lot of stuff, and you can waste your time judging it, which takes you away from your purpose, and you don't want that, do you?
No,
So
sir.
this is where that exercise about keeping your attention or having the power to take your attention where you want it, not where it is getting pulled. So just want to remind everybody about that.
Yes, sir. To channelize the growing awareness in the direction of the goal.
Yeah.
And not get lost in the bylanes.
Yeah, or rather than trying to channelize, it's the problem with channelizing is, again, you are limiting.
Okay.
So you just choose the awareness which is directing you towards your goal.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
The rest of the awareness, see, we are not going to say, okay, I will, you don't want to reduce your awareness, do you?
No, sir.
So what is happening in life with most of us is that we were born with total awareness. And to a great degree, because of the judgments and comparisons and everything, we started cutting off our awareness and only keeping that much, which was required for our immediate survival needs.
Correct, sir.
That is why we are all working only from survival, no?
Correct.
So we gave up creation because we started cutting out those realities which we considered as unnecessary for our survival.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you've read Mr. Huxley's book called Doors to Perception, he says that the human mind, the human being is capable of total perception, and the brain and the spinal cord are reducing valves. That's exactly what he meant, that it's cutting off a lot of awareness. And why is it doing that? Because it only wants to give you inputs which are necessary for your survival. Yeah, so our mind and spinal cord are like, what we call reducing valves. And in modern technology, it's like a spam filter. Your email has a spam filter.
Yeah.
So what it's doing is cutting off the unnecessary, what it considers as unnecessary.
Yeah.
Here we are saying, don't cut it off.
Yeah.
You can be aware of your awareness and choose the awareness which is kind of propelling you towards your objectives.
Yes, correct, sir. Yeah.
And you see the important role this judgment has to play.
Yes.
If you don't judge, then you will retain your awareness. If you start judging, you'll start cutting off what you think is not okay for you.
Correct.
So no judging yourself, no judging the situations. Yeah, you do what you do. It is not that, oh, I over this thing and I over that thing. It's fine. I mean, you're a person of higher awareness. So that's fine. So what?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
I mean, it's not something debilitating. It's actually expanding. So let's appreciate that.
Okay, right, sir. Yes.
You're most welcome, ma'am. Okay, guys, carry on, please.
Okay, so who else would like to share? Who did you influence yesterday, or who are you going to influence today? Invite Mohan sir. Aruna ma'am, throughout your Anu's life, you have been trying to influence. Are you able to do it now?
Beautiful. You're reading my mind, huh? I was about to say that what about those situations in which you are not able to influence? I think Shakti wants to share.
Yes, Shakti, go on.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, I influenced myself. I was planning to do some tasks, but I was keep on procrastinating that one. Yesterday, I initiated. Within 2 hours, I'm able to complete that. Before, I was procrastinating for almost 10 days. I was not doing at all. Yesterday, I'm able to achieve that. But afternoon, I was influenced by circumstance. then it's like I started feeling so heavy, and this one. Then that tool from Assess Conscious, which sir used to do, that who does belongs to. Then it's like after using those tools, immediately I'm relaxing. I'm able to more focus on my work, and then it's giving more awareness. And then I'm in present moment, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Okay, so who else would like to share?
May I request Shakti to bit elaborate of this, who does this belong to, for the sake of me and others to understand better?
Sure, Kunenji. For me, actually, I was in the situation. I was talking to a few of my colleagues, and then after that, we were discussing about some projects which I don't have control to influence them. Then immediately I started, because they are giving a lot of inputs, others started giving a lot of inputs. Then I started feeling so heavy. I'm not able to convince them as well, but I'm feeling so heavy. Then after that, it's like I'm not able to focus on other stuff as well. Then I asked question to myself, who does this belongs to? When I asking that questions to me, my body feels so light. That means it's not belongs to me. If I feel so heavy, then I need to go and discreate it. If I feel light, it's not mine. I need to send it to whoever it belongs to.
With consciousness attached to it.
Yeah, with consciousness attached to it. Yes. That I don't know, sir. I did only this one.
Yeah, you can do it now.
Thank you, Shakti.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakti. Very nicely explained. So typically we absorb other people's thoughts and emotions. So hence we get heavy, very easily. So we can use this exercise to remove that. Even though it doesn't belong to us, it can come and act on us. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, anybody else would like to share? Who did you influence yesterday and who you are going to influence today? Yes, Dr. Malar.
Hi, good morning, everybody. The thing is, it's like yesterday what I told, I tried influencing myself yesterday. And by the end of the evening, I tried to influence my daughter. In the morning, Betty sir said, no, I believe in that concept. It's not about, when you talk about influencing, most of the times as a layman perspective, we think it's trying to get the other person to do what you want them to do. It is not that. It's about raising above the current consciousness what you have for a mutual win-win or for a higher perspective or a higher good. So when the whole day I was just thinking, am I the level to influence somebody? Like this, I keep questioning sometimes. So yesterday, maybe I was a little low. And then when the fag end of the day, when I was trying to convince my daughter, I was asking myself this question, am I wanting it for my sake? Because when she does what I want, I feel good, or is it for a higher good? And then that transaction did not happen in a layman perspective, like the mother wanting the daughter to do something the way she wants. Now, after introspecting for the whole night, I also understand before you influence somebody, you also have to be convinced that what I'm trying to influence is for the highest good. So
Yeah,
then I was
one thing, Dr. Malar, I want to say before I forget. See, when you want to influence somebody, you need to know them.
Very true, sir.
Yeah, so you need to step into that world and find out what they really desire. It's not about them fulfilling your desires. Now, if you take your children, I've also got 3 grown-up boys, right? When you take children, what is it that we want for them? We want them to be happy. We want them to be successful so that they can be happy and live comfortably, isn't it? Right? But we want to impose our choice of how they should go about getting happiness, We think that the way we want is the only way they'll get their happiness. May not be the case. So I always tell people, if you want to be a good influencer, you have to learn the art of communication. And communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view without changing it. It does not mean you have to agree with them. It does not mean you have to disagree with them. It does not mean that you have to do what they say. It does not mean that you don't do what they say. It simply means that you are willing to accept their point of view, because their point of view is their world view. Don't you think that's what they want, right? You are an
Very
NLP
true.
trainer, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
you know how much effort we do to learn to be in their world and look at their way they map the world and so on and so forth. But we cannot do that until we listen, right? Unfortunately, we may do it with everybody. When it comes to our own near and dear ones, somewhere that learning goes out of the window.
Very true, sir.
Because we are so attached to the result. We are so, our love is so, I don't know, clingy,
I know, I know.
You know?
Very true, sir. And what realization I got was sometimes in the process of actually looking at, trying to influence somebody, you should also be ready to get influenced, because there will be a lot of revelations which you have till that point, overlooked. So that is something that happened yesterday and today. Like what you said, communication, that was what was going, because I thought I'm missing out something. I'm just not seeing what is the obvious. Sometimes, it happens like you perceive that I know it. Maybe I am not looking at the things the way I have to look at it. So I just thought today I will sit and ask these few questions so that I can break the ice. Things like that. So you hit the bullseye, sir. The communication part and the listening.
One more thing that you kind of triggered off, I think we should say it to everybody, is that when you want to influence someone, what's your intention? See, if I'm influencing for my own selfish ends, so we always talk about, should I influence for good things or should I influence for bad things? Okay. So good and bad, I say drop that. Yeah. Am I influencing somebody for something which is for the greater good, which is beneficial to everybody on the long run? Right? I might influence somebody to do something which looks very good at this point of time for my own purposes, right? Which may not work for that person or me on the long run, but I never considered that, right?
Very true, sir. Very true.
So, so influencing is a very powerful. Yesterday, I think somebody said that, influencing is such a powerful thing. I better use it carefully. You remember somebody said that? I don't remember who said it. Somebody in yesterday's conversation said that influencing is such a powerful thing. I better be responsible how I use it. Yeah, those were the words used. I think Kunen said it, if I'm not
Was
mistaken.
that Dr. Pongal, sir?
Yeah, Dr. Pongal said it. Okay, great. Great. Dr. Malar, thank you very much. Anything else you want to say?
Nice, sir. My pleasure. I just wanted to say this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, guys, carry on.
Okay, so great. Anybody else? Dr. Priya? Unmute.
Hello.
Hi.
So I didn't influence anyone as such. I just talked to my sister. So me and my sister asked my cousin to work on herself, her weight, because she said she is bothered about it. So we were just continuing that and helping her to reach her goal. So this is what I did yesterday. Just talked to her and made her feel that whatever she is doing is awesome, and sooner her children will follow her path, and they'll also join her in her exercise and what all activities she do. So this is what I did.
Okay. So I never knew that you became a doctor, Priya.
I'm not a doctor. I guess I'll soon be a one.
Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to kind of point out to you.
Yes.
Looks like you're practicing your influencing skills on people other than the ones who really want you want to influence, है ना? पहले practice कर लूं.
और क्या, तभी तो नहीं तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी फिर ऑलरेडी इतना रायता फैला हुआ है, फिर और फैल जाएगा, समेटना मुश्किल होगा.
So why you want to operate out of fear? Why don't you operate out of love?
So like Dr. Mullar said, I need to be sure now. I mean,
How will you be sure unless you listen to them?
I'm not getting what you're saying.
Exactly. See, what I told Dr. Malar, did you listen to it?
Yes,
What I
partially.
told Dr. Malar. Partially, na, ye problem hai tumhari. You don't listen, na?
Yes.
So what if you started listening? So the first step of being able to influence others is that you find out about them. How can you influence anybody unless you know anything about them?
Right.
We cannot influence. Huh? हमको पता ही नहीं है कि वो क्या चाहते हैं, वो कौन है, what is their driving force, जो करते हैं, whatever they do, why they do it. If you don't know all these things, you can never influence anybody, na Priya?
True.
So the first step is that instead of trying to influence them, step number one is always get to know them and get to know what is their point of view. See, everybody has got a point of view about life and things, you know. Like you have your point of view, that life aisa hona chahiye, life should be like this, life should be like that, and I should be allowed this and I should be allowed that. That's your point of view. All right.
Yeah.
But if you do not know those people's point of view, so what did I say about communication? Did you remember that?
Yeah, it's a willingness to accept someone's point of view
Without changing it.
Without changing it, and it is okay. Like you can also agree or
No,
not
you don't have to agree, you don't have to disagree.
You have to agree. You don't have
You don't have to do what they say, you don't have to not do what they say. You simply get what is their point of view, that's all. It's very amazing, Priya, you'll find out that when you are actually getting somebody's point of view, na, so much of closeness gets generated.
I have seen that. I have felt that.
You know?
Yeah.
That when somebody is really listening to you and understanding your point of view, you feel close to them, isn't it?
Yes.
Because people can spend a whole life thinking that there's nobody in this world who understands me. And especially if that person is an aggressive kind of a person and a controlling kind of person, they are so alone, they're so sad, you know, you can't even imagine that. You only see the rough part on the face, which they present to the world.
Right.
And you know, in a way that you are quite a clone of your papa.
I am.
I know if anybody looks at you from this, you know, from the superficial, they will not know the softness, the beauty, and the tenderness and love that you are hiding inside you. है ना? नकली चेहरा सामने आए, असली सूरत छिपी रहे. So now when you are actually listening to them and trying to get into their world, you may find out something so wonderful, na? You may even discover कि what am I trying to influence this person for? हो सकता है जरूरत ही नहीं है. It's very amazing, you know that?
Yes.
I'll tell you, it's a corporate example that I was doing a training program for the top management team of a NGO, all right? A very, very corporately run NGO it is. Now, they said that we have made this, you know, they had this, first they were giving only salary and they converted into salary plus variable. You understand?
Yeah.
So they had made certain calculations and they told me, Mr. Malvai, one of the target is that you should try to make them accept this scheme that we have come out with. अभी तक उनको आदत नहीं है, they don't do work like this, so they may not accept it. So can you help us? So I told the MD of that organization, I said, listen, are you willing to try an experiment? And he says, what is that experiment? I said, look, you had certain reason why you want to implement it, na?
Yeah.
He said, yes. I said, let us just tell them the reason that you want salary plus variable scheme scheme to be implemented, and you tell them that you design it. Designing it ना इतना variable होना चाहिए, इतना fixed होना चाहिए. I mean, as a company, you are deciding and telling the staff कि ये होना चाहिए, correct? So instead of doing that, you tell them that you design it. This is the purpose of the scheme. Now you people put your heads together and decide it. So it's a no, they may misuse it. They will ask for more than I have in mind. I said, listen, don't you trust your people? Let them design it. If you don't like it, reject it. He said, okay. And you will not believe it, Priya, when they actually made that scheme, the cost to the organization was much less than what they had made. You know, they made a scheme. If it was costing, let us say, 20 lakhs, what the employees made was costing them only 12 lakhs. Okay. So you never know. When you get to know people, when you step in, try to really understand what their world is like, you may get some surprises. And if you still feel the need to influence them, you will be in an easier position to do so. So you want to try that out. Okay. And that's not only I'm saying it for everybody.
Right.
You got it?
Done.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Priya. Yes, anyone else would like to share? Yes, Kunanji, do you want to say something?
I just wanted to ask Priya ji that what is the next action she is going to take?
Talking to Papa.
Very good.
Influence yourself to influence somebody.
So while so Deepak sir is here, just looking. Okay, so I am planning to influence myself. No, I'm just planning to hear what he's saying. Just listen what he wants to say. Nothing more, nothing less.
But you are muted. Yeah. Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah.
Get his point of view. That's it.
Yeah, just hear his point of view.
Beautiful.
Right. Thank you. Anyone else?
Ramaji, can I have a quick share?
Yes, Verti, please.
I'm just kind of this influencing and influenced business. Many may get a doubt that how to start with. Same is for me also. Then I realized Sir has given a beautiful question. Indirectly, he has given a secret mantra and secret action, how to do it. That word secret formula is nothing but sharing. I'll tell you how I do this. I did it, but it worked very well. It's recording still, I dare to say. My wife used to think twice or thrice to go down to take the newspaper thrown for that day. To make that person to do some kind of a walking per day is kind of a tough job. But that is the intention. But how it happened is, I started going for walking regularly, and I use the Stepmaster app, and I take everyday metrics from that, result from that. And the latest improvement is I put that our access conscious mantra also on it. That is a different story. I send every day sincerely. I share what I did. After over a point of time, I'm not telling anything, nothing. After a point of time, I am getting a response from them. They installed the app, they went for a walking, and they are sending me the score. So even with kids also, I experimented this many times, which I picked from Sir. Thank you very much to Sir from this sharing platform. You don't go and ask what is happening in their world. Just go and tell what is happening in your world. You know what happened? This fellow case, we had this discussion. It was full of fun. then after that, you will get a sequence of funny events from them, from their point of view, from their life. So the secret mantra which I discovered is just sharing. Of course, I want a clarity from Sir also. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, sharing and understanding their point of view, having genuine concern about them. So those are all the basic needs for us to influence others. Thank you.
And this reminds me, Ramaji, that one of the statement that when we change ourselves, then whatsoever in the surrounding starts changing. So that's what is I'm learning from Vetti's example, that when he changed, he saw others changing around him. So it's very powerful. Thank you, Vettiji. Back to you.
Okay, now this might not be, don't make it a formula for every situation. Okay? Because for some people, where, for example, let's take Priya, for example, where she would try her best to stay away from her father as much as she can. It might just start by her sitting with him, not saying anything. Okay? Step number 2 may be just, sharing with her father what she has done or not done that day. Okay? Because eventually that person will start talking, because see, otherwise all of a sudden he's going to get suspicious. Okay, what does she want now? So take it very naturally. Spend time with that person whom you wish to influence. By spending time with that person, you will start getting some sense of their worldview, and don't judge. Okay. So now that brings me to the topic which I wanted to say to you for today. And
So before that, I think Suchitra wanted to say something.
yeah, I saw that. Okay, fine. I thought we'll let her share later, but okay. Go ahead, Suchitra.
Sir, you can please go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
So I just wanted to say that actually influencing people is misinterpreted as trying to dominate them in a particular situation and trying to lead it to the result that you have in mind. Otherwise, they will do the same. But for me, influencing is synonymous with taking complete responsibility, sir. Till that whatever perceived disturbance, it's an indefinite journey. Till that is beautifully resolved for the like as Vetri said, for a win-win. So that's
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to say to Priya and all for some time now. Thank you very much for getting it so powerfully. Okay, so this brings me to a very important thing. We talk quite frequently, almost every day, about not judging. Okay, so why don't you spend today just being aware of how much are you still judging? How much are you still judging yourself and others in every situation that we come across? And how much of energy it makes you waste? So every time you're saying right and wrong, this is not right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad, I like, I don't like, I agree, I don't agree, right? Every time you have a tendency to give your opinion, what do you think you're doing? So just be aware of how much judging is still going on. See, this is a very, very strong part of our default mode. You get it? This tendency to judge all the time. And I'm not blaming us for it, okay? We've all been subjected to this narrowing. See, judging is narrowing our awareness. Like I was explaining earlier to Suchitra, in case you were listening. And one more thing I want to tell you, when I'm interacting with somebody other than you, if you're not listening, you are a big loser. Because when I'm interacting with someone, it's not only for that person. Yeah, because the learning that is coming out is kind of valuable for everybody. Okay. So how many of you remember what I was telling Suchitra about judging? So let me find out from you. So Vitrivel, Kunan and Rama, were you listening to what I was saying to Suchitra when she was judging about her new awareness?
So you were talking about two things. One, when she said about herself, she used a term called I am. I am kind of using, I can't repeat the words Suchitra said, but you were focusing on judging about herself. You asked her to not to judge.
Yeah, that
And
was
second,
when she said, I have a tendency to exaggerate.
yes, that is the second. First, she said, I am. Then second term,
I am
she started
having
saying,
many
I
of
have.
these, awarenesses. So the way it was coming across was, she was judging. No, I have too much awareness. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
thank
got
you,
it.
Civil, that you were listening partially.
Thank you.
So, I mean, just that, remember one thing, guys, the more you judge, the lesser you are making your awareness. Okay? Because whatever you are judging, if you are judging yourself, or if you are judging somebody else, or you are judging a situation, the moment you judged it, you have limited it. See, judging is a conclusion, na? Is there anything else you will be able to see in that? If you judge somebody, can you see anything else in those people? If you judge yourself, would you see anything else in you? You've defined yourself, put yourself in a box, I am like, I have a tendency to exaggerate. Okay, what about other great things that you do? So there is, yes, Kunan sir. Please go ahead.
Just wanted to one quick question, sir. Like when I am in the state of judging, what kind of thoughts are there? Normally, as you always mention that good, bad, and right, wrong kind of things.
Agree, not agree, but I think, oh, it means this. That's also judging, na? You listen to somebody and you're trying to fit into something which you learned earlier and trying to say, oh, this is that, It's all a part of judging, na? Judging is kind of, categorizing is also judging, na? If you can just get it the way it is.
It's very challenging, sir, to be in that state of away from all such things.
Yeah, and you know something, Kunan, since you are so passionate about being more aware, can you see how the judging is cutting out a certain amount of awareness? Because we are not used to it, Baba. From the age of 2 or 3, even maybe when a baby also, they are saying, oh, kitna pyara bachcha hai. The judging started there only. What a sweet child. His eyes are like his mama. His frown is like his papa. Iska rang to uski tai ji pe gaya hai. They say all these things, right? So the judging started even perhaps the moment we were born. So like somebody has a baby, oh, he's such an underweight baby. It gets planted, oh, I'm underweight. Right? Or somebody, even a baby is crying. No, some people make stupid comment. He's always crying. He's a cry baby. Or they may pass a comment like, oh, he's a very happy child. Now he's doomed for whole life. He has to be happy. Always he'll say on a lighter note, on a lighter note. He has to be happy because he was judged. No, he's a happy child. Or they judge you as very intelligent. Now you're doomed to be intelligent for the rest of your life. You will not accept a situation when you're not being intelligent. You will condemn yourself when you're not being intelligent. So start noticing, friends. And there's nothing wrong. It's tough because this is what's been happening to us. A lifetime habit is not going to go away in a day, no? Yes, Madam Priyaji.
I want to say one thing. Judging starts even before a child is born. When it is in mom's womb, they say if the mom is not keeping well, so they say, "Oh, ये तो बहुत परेशान करेगा बड़े होके ना अभी कितना परेशान कर रहा है," something like that.
Yeah, this I never realized. Actually, they do that also. अभी से परेशान कर रहा है, पैदा होएगा तो क्या करेगा?
So it starts from there. Even before we are born, like we as a child are born, people start judging and comparing. ये तो लड़का ही होगा, Yeah, either ladki, looking at how the mom is responding.
The worst one is I hope कि कहीं लड़की ना हो जाए.
Yeah.
तो पहले ही उसको अंदर डाल दिया. And you know, scientific evidence is there that the child is listening to everything after the 4th month. After the 3rd or 4th month, child is registering everything.
Yeah, the parts are born, so they start hearing. I mean, listening.
Interesting thing, isn't it? Is something which we are experiencing from the time in our mother's womb is a habit. So we are also like that. Na? Children learn by imitating others.
Yeah, also they say कि नारियल पानी पियो, no, गोरा होएगा. So they have this.
The Gora concept started there only. Gora होएगा तो अच्छा होएगा, काला होएगा तो.
Exactly.
Gora means fair. No?
Yeah.
But you don't understand.
Sorry, they will be. You drink nariyal, like coconut water, the child will be fair. So
Yeah.
starts from there only.
The poor fellow is not fair. I remember, you know, when my second brother was born, right? So he's a little darker than, you know, he's not as fair as we are. So my mother was not very fair. Okay, being a Malayali and all. So whatever. So, oh, ये तो मम्मी पे गया है. इसका रंग सांवला है. The judging starts so early. He was just born, poor fellow. I still remember him in his diapers. The judging started. Oh, he's not a healthy child like Kittu. So I was a healthy child, no? So healthy था तो वो भी नहीं ठीक था कि भाई he's very overweight and all that.
Yes. And when we start saying this to a child, ultimately it passes on to the parents that, oh, like, वो ऐसे install कर दिया है कि okay अभी परेशान करेगा आगे भी ऐसा होगा. Then whatever the child does it.
They'll say कि परेशान कर रहा.
हाँ, they start relating it to the when he or she was born or they were born.
So did anybody tell you, Priya, कि भाई we were telling your mother कि ये तो परेशान करेगी बड़े होके?
No one told me. I was just listening from people around me that how my mom was going through when during her pregnancy with me.
All that. Oh. So okay, now you get it. Self-fulfilling prophecy हो गया. Yes, madam. Nightingale.
So I just have a question. Does judging mean focusing on the body and mind of any person or like any situation or something? Because even a situation has those characteristics rather than on the spirit, the neutrality of the spirit. Is that judging?
So you are asking the question and giving the answer also?
No, sir. I'm just asking, sir. I'm just asking that even if we are stating facts about body and mind, isn't that still judging? They may be facts, but that's still judging. And
can you give me an example? This is a very interesting line of inquiry you opened up. Give me an example of this stating facts. Okay, the way I'm getting it, if I don't say it's right or wrong, good or bad, it is only a description of something, then it is not necessarily a judgment. Okay, when the element of good, bad, or right or wrong, agree or disagree, like or dislike enters into it, yeah, then it is a judgment. If it's only a narration, okay, remote control.
But why would anybody even describe or narrate if they do not have this judgment already?
Well, let us say a botanist would describe leaves of a certain kind of plant to determine its.
I'm not talking of people, of leaves and animals, sir. I'm simply talking about people and their interactions with each other.
Yeah, then can you give me an example? I think what you're probably saying is that they are judging.
So what I mean is even if they are factually right, there is something, even if they are factually right. For example, if somebody observes me as some characteristics about me that are actually right in the moment.
Yeah, it's a judgment, Baba.
Yeah, that is still a form of. So my contention is that the only time when we are free of judgment is when we are free of inner speech, sir, and we are completely neutral and we are able to digest the energies of the moment. But we may not be able to do it entirely in that moment. It may take time.
Yeah, so it's some habit which has been ingrained in you from the time you were in your womb. It's not going to go away, right? The way we've been taught to cope with the world is by judging it, isn't it?
Sir, but why not? Sir, why does anything that has been inculcated over time need time for transcendence?
What? Need time for what?
For transcendence.
Yeah, so I said it might take time. A habit takes time to change.
No, sir, but sir, I'm simply asking the question that by allowing it time, are we not continuing with the pattern?
Then don't allow it time. Stop judging.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a choice to make, right? Nobody is imposing anything on you.
No, sir, I'm just, I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing with you.
No. Hang on a second. Suchitra, you are looking for an answer from outside. Whereas you know that, look, giving judging will allow you to be in allowance. Correct?
Yeah.
Be in allowance. And you will see this, this monster keeps rearing its head up from time to time. Right? It does. Let's be very candid about it. This monster called judging will keep on rearing its head from time to time. And notice it and leave it. And you can say, oh, there I go again. I'm judging again. And also you got a sangat here, like in my house, I have a sangat. When I'm judging, my wife will point it out to me. And when she's judging, I will point it out to her. So we support each other in giving up our judgments. Yeah, and it's a habit. How many years it's taken for us to develop this habit? It may take some time to give it up, or you may just give it up. Poof, choice is ours, no? I have a feeling that we have this very big need to hold on to our judgments, somewhere linked with whatever worldview we've got, or, my personality, or some people call it the ego. What is the ego? A conglomeration of your points of view, which you want to be right about.
Yeah, trillions of them.
And you want to protect it all the time, no?
Yeah.
People want to protect that ego. What is ego? The point of view that they're strongly holding on to. And they will fight to the death to preserve that ego. Like some people's ego is what? I am the, Don Quixote of this world.
The nightingale.
Life is not so easy. And the gale is of too much of awareness going on right now. Yay. Charge of the light brigade. Onward to the guns, he said. Thank you so much. Where is Kasa? He's been missing his laugh today. Somebody had Whoa.
Sorry, sir, I was a little late today.
You're, better get your internet fixed, because you sound like somebody's drunk.
Wake up. Asha, wake up.
I was traveling, so a bit tired, sir.
Generate some energy, man.
Sukhdeepak sir, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, on hearing about the charge of the light brigade, I only want the charge of the light brigade has literally charged me. And I should only say that you've been spreading light, love and laughter also with the session, especially on judging. I'm so happy.
Major Saab.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it if you join our sessions right in the beginning,
I joined by around 8 o'clock, sir.
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
I will.
Yeah, we'd love to hear you speak with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for shedding light on love and laughter. Thank you, sir.
So, as yesterday's part, I've influenced my mom, and I've started making her, the magic mantra. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. So that was my part of influence done yesterday.
And she's doing it in English or in Tamil?
In English, in English. I gave it to her and I wrote it and gave it to her. She said I'll write it and I'll practice it.
Yeah, you better create one in Tamil also. No, we'll have to teach other people who don't know English also.
Yeah.
How would you say it in Tamil? All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory.
I think for East Sulabam,
Yeah, you
joy
figure it
means
out and tell us
kondatam.
tomorrow.
Kasha, shorter version is Valga Valamudan.
Okay.
So you two guys put your heads together and tell us tomorrow about this. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow morning, ready to begin. Bye-bye. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.